Alright, what we're going to do is repair of some fashion designer sunglasses. Unfortunately, sunglasses nowadays are not built the way they used to, even the expensive ones. And sunglasses are built with hinges, and sometimes the hinge breaks and sometimes the screws come out. If you can find the screw, it really makes a big difference, because believe it or not, there's hundreds of types of screws for sunglasses. And in the stores, usually actually drugstores, pharmacies and whatnot, at the checkout or even Home Depot, they sell kits. The kits have a screwdriver, and then a lot of times they will have a variety of different screws that come with it.
That's why you need extra sunglasses, just in case this happens.
Okay, I'm trying to do something here, so I don't want to buy. This is why you have a husband's to fix. So you have to buy. So you can't just buy the screwdrivers. They're very cheap screwdrivers. But try to get one for $1 more or 50 cents more that have a variety of different type of options in it. They even make them with the nose protectors that you can stick onto the glasses, and you can trim these to size, whatnot. And then they have even washers. Sometimes washers are needed for various sunglasses. But then if you really want to get sophisticated, you can actually buy either online, eBay is a great place, or again, the same drugstores sometimes will have deluxe kits. And these kits will have, so you can see, have the magnifying glass, and a variety of sizes. And you can see these are much better quality than the other ones. You have a different size screwdrivers, and even a Phillips head. And you can buy even kits that have more selections than this, but if you notice, this kit has a cleaning cloth and then a whole baggie of goodies here, all kinds of neat. You got the plastic connectors. These are the actual things that stand off on your nose. You got the pads, all the screws. And be real careful, because these screws are extremely small, and they will get lost very simply. And you can see if you buy a cheap one, not only does the screwdriver break, but you see this one's pushed down into the tool. This one's probably about ready to be trashed, but it's got a little life in it. So you see I have quite a few, because they're, don't pay more than $3 or $4 for them. You can get them usually for $1 or $2. You can get them that have big tubes like this, and you see how this one fits down in it, and it's actually the back of the screwdriver, which is nice. You can have extra. This is from a different kit, and then I've got some extra tools. This is actually a tool from a gun. So now this one, according to my wife, we were actually able to save the screw. So we have the screw. And what I want to do just before we even start is, it looks like this is a looks like this one's a Phillips head. So what we're going to do, you see how loose this is? We're going to go ahead and tighten the existing one. And all you're going to do is get it in there, give it a little pressure down, and you can see already, look how nice that is. Okay? You don't want it too tight, because you can actually break the sunglasses, but when you have it nice and tight like that, it's much less likely to break. Now this one has fancy design, and you don't see this often where there's a screw in there. Probably be a good idea just to go ahead and check that. Whoa. we had a ricochet. So go ahead and tighten that. And this one's got one too. We'll go ahead and see if that's tight. They're pretty tight. And now the hinge does not appear to be broken in any way, shape, or form. And just like a hinge on a door, we're going to place this hinge into the frame of the glasses. And then sometimes these things are magnetized, sometimes they're not. But the tricky part is getting that screw to hold on to the tip of the screwdriver. So what we're going to do is, very carefully here, well, I'm going to have to put it down a second because I really need like 4 pair of hands. So what we're going to do is attempt to put it into the hole. Sorry if it's not zoomed in, but I'll show you the final product when we do. I got big fingers too, so this is the fun part. Is you do not want to lose the screw if you have it, because even with all the selections I have, it's very difficult to find the right one. And you can see it's going to take me a minute or two. And I probably should stop the camera, but I want you to see how this thing works in all honesty.
Okay.
So sometimes if you do like that, it's a little easier. You pick the glasses up. And I swear my wife said that was the right one. It looks like it fit in there. So let's just make sure you can see. Right there. You can see the hinge. So what we're going to do now is do like we did on the other side, is simply tighten. Now, there's always a possibility of something being stripped in there, but it appears that it's okay. And it is a Phillips head, so now you can see, just like the other side, it is nice and tight. And so it looks like I've saved a $150 pair of sunglasses, or however much they were. I think they're actually cheap. But so there you go. No reason to throw them out, no reason to give them away. I have my nice selection of tools. I actually used the better one. I probably could have used, actually most of the ones I have are actually from the drugstore or screws. Most of the time they are screwdrivers, and I think this one even had a section. So if you didn't have a Phillips head, you could use a regular screwdriver, but if it has the ability, yeah, it would definitely work better with the Phillips head. So if you're buying this kit, or buying a kit, the first thing you want to do is to get the screwdriver, but if they have one that has a Phillips head, go ahead and get that. Or for just a couple bucks, maybe order one online, especially if you wear glasses and you're going to need them, because honestly it does not matter if the glasses are expensive or inexpensive. They do the same thing, you know, they're worn all the time. And so I would definitely have on hand a Phillips head, you know, which is of course the 3-prong, and then have a regular screwdriver as well. And the kits will come with both. So anyways, let's focus this. Let's see if I can focus this in here. There you go. You can see how that works. And then keep all your extras that come with these kits. If you feel safe and secure about storing them in their little thing, that's fine. This one has a reclosable little bag, but sometimes you can store them in other ways. Actually, one good source of storage is an empty prescription bottle. That won't fit in unless you have a tall one, but these usually fit in most of them. And you could always, like with something like this, take it apart and put it in. But the old prescription bottles hold the screws real good and prevent them from getting lost. And I would recommend also using a towel like this because they will not bounce off a table or off some kind of rubber mat, and you can always keep them there for safety reasons, you know. Or if you have a kit and you want to open the little baggie and put them along with the ones that are in there, that's fine. I'm sure you'll figure out a way to store it. That's very easy usually to do. But get yourself a little kit. Believe me, the first time you use it, it'll pay for itself. Not to mention, if you try to buy these screws separately, they're going to really rip you off. And they do have different sizes, and it makes it hard because, as you see here, they are different sizes. Some of them will have screws like this one. I think both of these are screws, and then some will have Phillips head. If you ever have a pair of glasses that are broken that you're throwing out, a good idea to do is to just go ahead and take out the screws and store them in your tube, your bottle, your empty prescription bottle, or whatever. That way you'll build up a nice supply of screws over the years, so when you have a pair of glasses that go bad, then you do have somewhere to put them. I have this screwdriver as well. It is just a regular screwdriver, kind of like this, and you can see how cheap they are. They break a lot. This is a real cheaply made one, not probably too good anymore. These actually will work very good. I don't think they make these anymore. These years ago would go on the chain of a keychain, and they were made by all kinds of different advertisers trying to get business. They made them 3 and 4. Sometimes they actually different thicknesses. This one was made by Colt Pistol Revolvers. I mean, honestly, that thing could have been made as far back as the 40s or 50s. I think they made them up until the 60s or 70s. I do not think they make these anymore, but it's a cool little thing to have. So that's all we got right now. Saved a bunch of money on some sunglasses. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Thanks.